Welcome, I'm Bev Adams. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! This is the card I'd like to show you today. It uses Pick a Pennant and Playful Pennants framelits. My card base is Pacific Point that is 5.5 by 8.5, squared at 4 1/4. And I have two pieces that are 5 1/4 by 4. This one is soft sea foam, and I've got Whisper White for the inside. I have also pre-cut some banners from the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper using this die. And while I've got this out, I will pull this part out. And one of the first things I'm going to do is just give myself a little bit more flappiness for these flags by cutting a little bit closer to the edge. I want to be careful not to cut too far. I don't want to cut these apart, but this allows the flags to bend a little bit more. I am going to use my Stamparatus. This is a photopolymer stamp, so I need the foam. This comes with the Stamparatus. One of the things that does not come with the Stamparatus is I have a piece of magnetic sheet. I have added a little bit of our grid paper and some window sheet on top. I like this extra thickness, and I've also got a piece of our grid paper. I have already set up my banner because I want my banner to go past the edge. I can't go up this way, so I'm going to put it at the 1-inch line, and then I'm going to add a magnet. I don't think I mentioned that my inks are Balmy Blue and Pacific Point. I am using the Balmy Blue for my banner. And I'm putting my banner about 1 inch below the top. Then I'm moving my plate down 2 hinge steps. I may need to carefully, without moving this, move my magnet, ink again, I want to move my magnet down. I have already arranged my letters so they will be in the right place, checking for placement. I have Happy Birthday, and you may notice that I do not have my H. Pick a Pennant has a bunch of letters, and they also have some stripes and dots that you can add to your banners. And they have multiples of a lot of the letters, but they do only have one H. Rather than trying to rearrange it, I am just going to stamp my H separately and my background of my bird separately. So my letters are going to be in Pacific Point. And sometimes it's easier if you put a stamp case underneath. And I find it's really easy to ink too much with this. That's okay. I think I'm going to move that magnet. And one of the nice things about the Stamparatus is if it doesn't stamp where you want it at first, you can just stamp again and it'll be in the right place. The individual H is pretty easy to position just where you need it. The bird body will be in the lighter Balmy Blue. If you were doing multiple cards, it would be very easy. I've got this set up for my workshop, and so as I put this away for my workshop later, I want to be very careful to remove the ink on these without moving them around too much. So I'm just sort of patting them. And also for my flag. And I've got my Big Shot. This is a thin die, so I've got my thin die adapter and my cut up plate. I probably should really use the magnetic platform because I don't want this to move, but I'll just use the sticky note. Cover it up with another plate and run it through. And then I'm going to pull this off and repeat on my other banner. And that allows me to pull up these little flags just to get a little bit of movement in here too. I forgot I wanted to stamp my envelope and my inside. I want to have my inside layer with the banner very near the top. So I'm going to place this an inch from this side and an inch down. Using the Balmy glue for there. And also my flap. And then I have a little bit of a decoration. And I'm ready to assemble, so I'm going to put the inside on the inside. I'm going to put the soft seafoam on the front. Then I'm going to use my take your pick tool for the little mini dimensionals. I chose these colors because I might want to use this for a man. So, but if I was using it for a woman, I might want to use the flowery side as well. And I'm just putting dimensionals on like 3 of the flags. One on each end and one in the middle. And I don't think it matters a whole lot which way you do this, so I'm going to put this one in the middle just to see how that looks. But I do like this kind of Z pattern. So I want to be sure to be above the birthday here. And I also want to be sure and leave plenty of room for my little birdie. And I'm just going to snip off these ends here. You might want to add a little adhesive to the ends. Up to you. And there it is. A fun little happy birthday card. If you follow this link on the video or in the YouTube description below, I'll have free detailed directions for this project and product links. I sell the Stampin' Up! Products you've seen in the video. Just click the links for products you'd like to purchase and you'll be taken to my online store at Stampin' Up! I offer lots of resources at bevadams.com. Click on the Home button under the banner. Click the Shop button to find specials from Stampin' Up! And shopping strategies to make the most of your money. Be sure to read about the frequent shopper points I offer my customers and the products I offer. You can get information about sharing my Evernote notebook of current Stampin' Up! Products, taggers to name all those layering framelits, a paper sampler from Stampin' Up! Cardstock, heavy-duty bags to store your 12x12 and 6x6 paper, and for the bow maker that my friend makes that I'm always using in my videos. Click the Inspiration button to scroll my projects year by year to 2011. You can go to the original post with directions. If you're new to stamping or Stampin' Up!, you might want to check out the Basics button where I share about stamps, ink, and paper, cutting card bases and layers, and some of my favorite tools. The Organization button takes you to lots of resources like a practically free stamp pad storage solution, a basic toolkit you can grab and go, labels and case inserts for just about every product, and more. More organization means more time for crafting. Click the Sip Together button to connect with me. Let's stamp if you're near Ventura County in California. Join my team if you're anywhere in the U.S. Stampin' Up! Welcomes people who want to save 20 to 25% on every order, people who want to share Stampin' Up! With a few friends, or those who want to share Stampin' Up! As a business. You can click About Me, where you'll find a link to email me. Whether we get together on the internet, in my home, or in your home, whether we drink water, coffee, tea, or wine, the important thing is to put stamps, ink, and paper together and do something creative. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my website so you don't miss a thing. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye.